환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, K-culture in photos. And for today's Hallyu People, we connect with a person who is at the forefront in spreading K-culture to the UK. And I'm your host, Kwon So-hwa. Let's dive in. Joining us this Wednesday is my co-host, Walter Lee. Welcome back, Walter.
Yes, thank you, Soa, and hello to our viewers watching at home. I'm Walter Lee, here to co-host next to Soa and give you the latest in Korean entertainment.
All right, let's get started with K-Inter News, Walter.
Indeed.
And let's begin with a K-drama. And I heard that Climax is performing really well. Have you watched it, Walter?
Yeah, so up until this point, I've been really actually quite enjoying it. So, I mean, the performances by Joo Ji-hoon and also one of my favorite actresses, Ha Ji-won, are especially impressive in this drama series. Now, the drama is already showing signs of being a massive global hit, ranking high in several major Asian countries during its first week of release. Now, according to the View streaming platform, which is mainly based for Korean, Filipino, and Indonesian audiences, Climax ranked at #1 in Indonesia and Thailand in its first week. Now, it also placed at #2 in Singapore, #4 in Malaysia, and in the Philippines, and #5 in Hong Kong. Now entering the top 5 in all 6 major Asian markets. Now the drama is also maintaining strong momentum here in Korea as well, which is great to see. It has ranked #1 on the Disney Plus Korea for 14 consecutive days and secured the top spot for 2 consecutive weeks in the TV OTT drama category, according to Fundex Buzz Worthiness rankings.
Wow, that is pretty impressive. And we did see a little bit of the footage right now, the trailer, but can you tell us a little bit about the plot for those who haven't watched it yet?
Yeah, not to give any spoilers away, but the series does follow a prosecutor named Pang Tae-sop as he battles against a powerful cartel. Now, it's very fast-paced, which people love. So the storytelling is great, and its unexpected twists and plots have captured viewers' attention. So no wonder it's such a big hit.
Okay, don't tell us too much about it. Don't give away the climax, Walter.
Well, not.
But now let's move on to K-pop and the boy group ENHYPEN.
Yes, so ENHYPEN announced on Tuesday that about their upcoming world tour, ENHYPEN World Tour Blood Saga. Now, which includes concerts in South America, North America, Europe, and also Asia. So it's a very big world tour indeed. Now, the tour will kick off here right in Seoul with concerts on May 1st and May 3rd. The Seoul concerts will be also streamed live. So even if you are planning to see them in the other countries, you can still watch them do their job in South Korea. Now, it's in order to connect the whole fans worldwide. Now, the group will then head to South America, where they will make stops in Sao Paulo, Lima, and also Mexico City. Then they have their North American leg of the tour, which will include performances in Dallas, San Diego, Tacoma, Oakland, and of course, Las Vegas. What a place. In Asia, fans in Macau and across Japan will get to see ENHYPEN's performances too.
And I hear that the tour is going into next year too, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be a long year for the boys, because by next year the group plans to continue with their scheduled performances in Jakarta, in Singapore, so bringing it back to Asia, as well as in major European cities such as Milan, Paris, Amsterdam, Berlin, and also London.
All right. Are we going to talk about another boy group now, Stray Kids?
Yes, I think we're going to talk about one of my favorite boy groups at the moment, definitely. Now, according to their agency on Tuesday, the music video Chick Chick Boom, which is a great track if you haven't heard it yet. That's actually the lead track from Stray Kids' mini album, 8. That was released all the way back in July 2024. That passed 200 million views on YouTube. That is making their 8th video reach that milestone. Now, the other tracks to do so are God's Menu, Backdoor, Thunderous, Maniac, S-Class, La 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 La, and Case 143.
And Stray Kids were among the top artists of last year to really dominate the world of K-pop, and their popularity doesn't seem to be going away.
Not at all. And as Bella reported last week, they were also just celebrating their 8th anniversary as well, where they also released Byobit or Stay, which translates to Starlight Stay, and is dedicated to specifically their fandom. So they have fans around the world and they are huge. Now that video has already reached 2.2 million views on YouTube and it seems to be just growing rapidly.
Indeed, it's also on my playlist on my top 10 right now. But thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's move on to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front. Arirang.
Thanks, Sua. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. The government will introduce a K-brand government certification system to address the growing surge in counterfeit Korean products overseas. Authorities plan to develop an official certification mark by June and register it in 70 countries. They'll also directly tackle the production and distribution of counterfeit goods from the second half of the year, requesting local crackdowns or customs clearance suspension, if necessary. With advanced authentication technology, overseas consumers will be able to verify products by scanning them with a smartphone. Global losses from counterfeit K-brands are estimated at 11 trillion won, or nearly $7.3 billion annually. South Korea has eased visa requirements for Chinese nationals in a bid to attract more tourists from the neighboring country. Under the new measures, Chinese nationals with prior visits to Korea will be eligible for 5-year multiple entry visas. For Chinese residents of major cities such as Beijing and Shanghai, visa validity will be extended from 5 to 10 years. Officials say the move is expected to boost people-to-people exchanges and support tourism and business activity between the two countries. More information is available at highkorea.go.kr. October 21st has been designated as Hanbok Day. As part of government efforts to promote the Korean traditional attire and boost support for related industries, lawmakers approved the Hanbok Culture Industry Promotion Act on Tuesday, which designates October 21st each year as a day to promote Hanbok and establishes the surrounding week as Hanbok Culture Week. The law also mandates the government to draw up a 5-year master plan for promoting the Hanbok cultural industry, along with annual implementation plans. The Culture Ministry vowed to use the new law as a springboard to advance policies promoting the wider use and global expansion of Hanbok. The law takes effect 1 year after a presidential order. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
Through a single photo at a time, we take a closer look at culture in Korea. This is K-Culture in Photos. Let's read this word together. 봄비 or spring rain. When you hear the word spring rain, what comes to mind? In Korea, this time of year often brings light, gentle showers, and they are very welcome guests. Spring means warmer days and blooming flowers, but it also comes with fine dust and dry air. That's why this rain feels refreshing, almost like a natural reset. Take a look at this scene, people crossing the street under umbrellas of every color. There's something quietly romantic about it, like the city has softened just for a moment. But is this really spring? Let's take a closer look. Under the rain, you'll find cherry blossoms in full bloom, fresh green leaves, and delicate spring flowers all glistening softly in the drizzle. In Korea, spring rain doesn't wash the season away. It makes it even more beautiful. And speaking of everyday life in Korea, here's something you might not expect. This is a stroller run. At the starting line, hundreds of parents take up pushing strollers, running together as a family. Some even decorate their strollers with balloons, and despite the effort, their faces are full of smiles. And for them, it's not about speed, it's about sharing the moment. And for the little ones riding alone, you can imagine it's quite an exciting ride. This trend reflects a shift in parenting where hobbies and family time are no longer separate, but enjoyed together. And interestingly, this idea of family is expanding. Take a look at this. These are pet strollers. In Korea, more people now see their pets as part of the family, bringing them along on walks, outings, even daily routines. From babies to beloved pets, family in Korea is being redefined in ways that are both practical and deeply personal. And the idea of pets as family is now evolving even further. Take a look at these images. A fluffy Pomeranian dressed like an office worker, wearing glasses and even an ID badge, or sitting on a bed, enjoying music and coffee. Of course, these moments aren't real. They are created using AI. Now, here's another example. Pets transformed into adorable characters placed inside toy box-style designs in all kinds of themes, almost like collectible figures you'd want to keep on your shelf. And it doesn't stop there. With AI video tools, pets can even dance, turning into viral short-form content online. In Korea, this trend is growing fast as younger generations combine technology with their love for pets. It's fun, creative, and sometimes even meaningful, helping people preserve memories with their beloved companions. As the new school year begins in Korea, there's something just as important as learning in the classrooms: learning how to stay safe. Children take part in hands-on road safety training, practicing how to cross the street and understand traffic rules. They also experience subway safety firsthand, visiting train depots and learning what to do in real-life situations. Wearing safety helmets, the children sit inside a real train car, listening closely and even trying out emergency communication tools. Their curious eyes and excited smiles show just how engaging this hands-on lesson can be. And with spring being a season prone to fires, fire safety education is just as essential. Dressed in firefighter uniforms, young children practice putting out flames, turning an important lesson into an engaging experience. These days, safety education starts early because knowing how to stay safe is one of the most important lessons of all. From soft spring rain to moments shared with family and even lessons that keep the youngest safe. These snapshots reflect the warmth and changing rhythms of life in Korea.
As Korean culture continues to rise in global prominence, there are individuals behind the scenes who have been growing its value on the ground. For today's Hallyu People, we meet Director Seung-hye of the Korean Cultural Center UK, an art historian and cultural administrator who has broadened the reach of K-culture across both domestic and international cultural landscapes. Let's connect with her now in London. Hello, Director Seung.
Hello, Director.
Thank you. It is my great, genuine pleasure to be here and a wonderful opportunity to reflect on what I believe is a truly significant moment for Korean culture internationally.
We're very happy to have you on the show, Director Seung. And I see you are already promoting Korean culture by wearing a beautiful hanbok today. I mean, we just had our AI anchor Arirang report that hanbok has been designated, Hanbok Day has been designated, so very timely there. But Director Seung, let's start with talking a little bit about your career. You worked at multiple domestic and international museums, and you were also on the diplomatic front. I mean, we met before at the Foreign Ministry before, and currently you are the director of the Korean Cultural Center UK. So what led you to pursue this career overseas?
My starting point is always passion of Korea, for object, for stories, for the histories that art carries across time. I began at National Museum of Korea and became increasingly drawn to the question how Korean culture travels and how it lands in another context and another consciousness. Working at Cleveland Museum of Art in USA gave me my first real answer. I realized quite quickly that conversation between cultures is never one direction. That experience of being genuinely changed by cross-cultural encounter became the thread I kept following through museums, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and eventually here to London.
And director, looking back, was there a defining experience or a kind of connecting link that ultimately led you to your current role?
Yeah, my time as Director of Cultural Exchange Division at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the first civil cultural specialist in the role, it shifted my thinking from presenting culture to designing the condition in which genuine exchange become possible. The Korean Cultural Center UK exactly that kind of space. When the opportunity arose, I recognize it as continuation, as the same question I have been asking for many years.
So, Director, if I'm correct, you're now in your third year in this position. So, what would you say has been the most significant change at the Korean Cultural Center UK during your tenure?
I wanted to deepen the center's intellectual ambition to position it not only as the venue for cultural programming, but as a place of genuine dialogue between Korean and British cultural thinking. The K-Culture Forum reflects that, as does our more systematic engagement with institutions like the British Museum and major universities. What has struck me the most is how many British people have come to embrace Korean culture not as something foreign or fashionable, but as a genuine part of their own lives, their music, their food, and their way of seeing the world.
Right. Recently, we did hear a lot about how K-culture has become a part of lifestyle in the UK and not just having those aspects of K-pop or K-food there. But how has the Korean Cultural Center in the UK evolved over time, and what role has it exactly played?
The center's evolution mirrors how Korean culture has changed in global perception. There was a time when the work was largely introductory, making Korea visible. The phrase is now behind us. The question now is how to contribute to British cultural life, not just representing Korean culture within. We are no longer at the margins of the conversation. We are genuinely part of it.
Right. And director, were there any moments when things felt particularly challenging? If yes, what kind of mindset helped you navigate those times?
Yeah, managing large-scale programming with a very limited resource, navigating very difficult institutional cultures, balancing diplomatic and artistic creativity. There are genuine tensions. What helps me was returning to the artwork itself. When administrative weight becomes heavy, time spent with art restores a sense of purpose quite quickly. There is a spirit of Korean aesthetic, 제 뜻을 펼치다 in 훈민정음, the belief that every person has a heart worth expressing freely and fully. The quiet conviction has sustained me through the harder moments more than anything else.
I think what you just mentioned helps many people during hardships. A very great phrase or saying in Korea. Now, Director Son, the K-Culture Forum, which you have mentioned earlier, has been held in the UK for several years now. Are there any standout achievements or memorable episodes that come to mind?
The forum has something I am genuinely proud of because it refuses to be merely celebratory. One moment that stays with me is watching a prominent British journalist, BBC, and speak about Korean culture with such unguided affection. It struck me. And that Hallyu is not something that was designed from above. It is a new model of soft power that grew from below, from the heart of audiences around the world. Witnessing that from the outside only deepened my own conviction.
Now, based on your experience living in the UK, how do people there perceive Hallyu?
Yeah, people here engage with Korean culture with considerably more sophistication than a few years ago. Enthusiasm is still there, but what has shifted is the depth. I meet people learning Korean, traveling Korea for cultural reasons, engaging seriously with Korean film and literature. For many, it began with a love of Hallyu, but what they have arrived at is something deeper, a genuine love of Korean culture itself. That journey, I think, speaks more than anything else to the quality and substance.
It seems like a deep or going deep is really one of the key words here. I mean, our program is called K-Culture Dive. We also try to deep dive into Korean culture, right? And Director Son, it seems you will be continuing to be at the forefront of Hallyu. Could you share your sense of mission and maybe some kind of personal pride in promoting Korean culture globally?
More than the mission, what I feel is fulfillment of my heart, the fulfillment of representing Korean culture with warmth and imagination, and of preserving space for diverse interpretations along the celebratory. Korean culture has given the world something genuinely remarkable. If the work I have done here has helped it be received on its own terms, not as a trend, but as a serious and enduring contributions to human expression. I am quietly, deeply glad.
And we are very glad to have heard of your story today, Director Son. Thank you very much for connecting with us today and also especially for your efforts in spreading K-culture out there in the UK. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Director.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to have you back here very soon.
See you very soon.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.